This program is brought to you by Spiky Footwear. Just spike it.
That's ridiculous. I am loving how this is coming together. Just look at this. Look how ridiculous this is. I love it. Would you look at that? Oh, is that not the most ridiculous thing you've seen? Oh, his face is so tiny. And welcome to the RetroTinker special episode part 2. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, please don't let me stop you. You can go watch it right now. Don't worry, I'll wait right here for you. Psst, are they gone? Alright, let's go. They can catch up later. Now, where were we? Okay, last episode I just made a new head for Sergeant Spikor. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. You can see basically what the idea is from here. Unfortunately, I don't have a spare set of arms. I've had to take these from my Spikor here. So I'm going to make a mold and we're going to make some new limbs for him. I do luckily have a spare set of legs, so I won't have to worry about that. And also, I wanted to do something with this custom that was distinctly Sarge. And I was chatting to my buddy Adam from Go Figure, and he gave me the idea for a custom weapon for Sarge here. So we're going to do away with this trident and he'll have something more uniquely Sarge related, I think. Well, let's get to work. This time around I'm going to have to make a 2-part mold because these parts are a little bit more complicated. Hopefully I can get away without too many air bubbles in this one, but we'll see. Just using some petroleum jelly so that the two sides of the mold don't stick together. And remember, just because it says jelly on there doesn't mean you can eat it, okay? It's petroleum, not petroleum-yums. Okay, so mold is made and I'm going to be trying out some of this fast set polyurethane resin this time. The reason I'm using this is because it's a little bit more flexible. It's more like a thermoplastic. Plus it has a much faster cure time. The downside of that is that bubbles can be more of an issue. We'll try it out and see how we go. see with this one, I ran out of time, unfortunately. This resin has a very short curing time. It's been only about 2 minutes. And yeah, I was going hard before I could even fill the mold, unfortunately. But saying that, if I can work a bit faster, this isn't looking too bad so far. Obviously there's some air bubbles and things like that, but I knew I was going to get those anyway. We'll have another crack. Also, I didn't give the bottle a good enough shake because this resin is actually supposed to come out black and it's just this weird shade of grey. Let's try that again. Alright, let's see how we did this time. That's looking much more promising. That's awesome. Few air bubbles, but I can work with that. I'll just fill them because I've got to paint them anyway. Awesome. Now the question is, do they fit? Yes, that's one. And that's two. That's awesome. I'm counting that as a win, despite the few air bubbles. What do you reckon, Sarge? Alright, I've trimmed off the excess flash, I've given them a little bit of a sand, and these things are looking pretty good. Obviously I'll have to fill in these air bubbles before paint, but before I even do that, I need to get working on a custom weapon. As I said earlier, after scratching my head for a while trying to think of something to make this a bit more distinctly Sarge, my buddy Adam suggested that Sarge needs a swagger stick. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to remove the trident and I'm going to make an extendable swagger stick for Sarge. I think it's going to be great. So to make the swagger stick, I'm going to use these couple of bits of Lego and this bead that I stole from my wife's craft stash. Thanks, honey.
Welcome.
So I want the swagger stick to be retractable and removable. So to do that, I'm just going to drill down into the arm and glue in this piece of Lego, and then the swagger stick will just insert into the arm. This bead I'll drill out and glue onto the end of the stick. Why make it removable? Well, if you'll let me get to it, I'll tell you. If I make it removable, it will fit in his other hand. And so now if I take this piece of Lego, push it in there, that fits really nicely. Bit of glue on that, and then the swagger stick will push up nicely inside the arm. Oh, I love this already. And that is going to be, dare I say it, perfect! Oh, that is glorious. Well, now I guess it's time to mix up some Milliput, fill in these air bubbles, and then I guess it's off to paint. Happy days. And the most important thing to remember when working with Milliput is that when you have a little bit left, you simply must make a tiny robot face. It's the law. Alrighty, let's throw some paint on these bad boys. Look at that. I am so happy right now. They look amazing. I guess now it's time to get some paints back out and do some detailing. And Rob Vegas, if you're watching, this one's for you. One flesh-colored hand. They're looking pretty good. I'm just going to go give them a clear coat for a satin finish. Look at them! Look how good they look! I love this! Of truth time. Yes! This is so cool! Oh, I'm so happy. I don't keep saying that, but I am so happy. Unfortunately, my monochrome pen seems to be on its last legs, so the chrome finish isn't all that great, but still, it looks pretty dang cool if you ask me, and I am asking me. Also, due to the Lego piece, it wasn't a big deal to salvage the original Trident piece. So how cool is that? Well, it's taken a long time to get here, but it's finally time to put him back together. I'll start by putting his legs back in, and then the arms, and he'll be finished. Wow! Well, that sucks, to get this far into it and then have it break on me. Oh well. What's a little more glue? There, I got it on. I poured a little bit of hot water into the socket and it popped straight on. Like a jerk. Sarge, do you even want to be spiky, bro? Jeez. Luckily, this isn't a big deal. Just a bit of plastic cement and this will glue right back up again. I'll let that sit and we should be good to go. Should be. And there we go, he is finished. He looks so cool. He looks glorious. I am so happy with how he came out. If I was to do anything differently other than, you know, the air bubble situation that I had, I would actually have sculpted his face up a bit higher and facing forward a bit more. I didn't realize he's always looking down at the ground. So he'll look good if he's up higher on the shelf. But down at eye level, he's just kind of looking at the ground. But saying that, it's quite an aggressive looking stance that he's got. He's looking down on someone like, listen up, maggots. I am so happy with the swagger stick weapon. I think it's just fantastic. I also love the fact that he's now Lego compatible, so not only can you switch out his weapons, he can also do other things if he so wishes. He could try his hand at any number of things. He could be a baker, a veggie farmer, a handy dandy robot boy, a handy dandy robot boy musician. I can't see him needing this. He could even try his hand at ventriloquism.
I don't take orders from a dummy.
You're the dummy. Now, I know that this project started out as a joke, and it's still a fantastic joke, but this has honestly been one of my favorite projects ever. Xazyl, I honestly hope you do love this figure. I have had just the best time making this. All that's left to do is take some glamour shots, pack him up, and send him off to Xazyl. Now, before we wrap things up here in the Tinkerdrome, I've been sent a very special message.
Ten Hut! Listen up, maggots. I have a very important message for Xazyl. I hear you've been giving Spikor here a hard time. You know that I was a G.I. Joe, but before that, when I was a Marine, Spikor and I served together as part of an elite unit that specialized in spike-based combat. An elite unit known as the Spikor. I don't know how many times Spikor and I had each other's backs in the heat of battle. He may have lost his way. He may have joined the bad guys. He may be purple. But he deserves your respect. So Xazyl, I say to you, treat Spikor with respect. And if you work hard, train hard, do your chores and eat all your vegetables, then maybe you could someday join me in the Spikor. At ease, maggots.
If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I know it was a bit of a long one, but I hope you've enjoyed the journey. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, give the old algorithm a tickle, I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.
Brought to you by Spiky Footwear.